This is it. That's what Michael Jackson called his series of 50 comeback concerts at London's O2 Arena. He sold more than $90 million in tickets, rehearsing and training, trying to get a 50-year-old body into 25-year-old moonwalking shape. These are shots of him in May. He was working with bodybuilder friend and icon Lou Ferrigno. Back then, of course, back in the 80s, known as the Hulk. Lou Ferrigno joins us now. Lou, what kind of shape was Michael Jackson in?
Well, Mike was in great shape. When I saw him a few months ago, he looked fine to me, and the reason why he hired me because the fact that I trained him 15 years ago, and he wanted to increase his toning, flexibility, and stamina because he has this huge tour coming up, and he wanted to be in the best possible physical shape.
What kind of training regimen did you work with him on?
Well, I used the exercise ball. We had band, and then we had a treadmill. And, you know, I brought 3-pound dumbbells one time to him, and he looked at me, he said, I want to build big muscles, so you don't want to handle the 3-pound dumbbells. So we stuck to the ball, the rubber band, and then the treadmill. I mean, he was a great guy, and he trusted me because he felt safe with me, and we had so much fun together, and it was a wonderful friendship.
There have been different reports about how much he weighed. Do you have a sense of how much he actually weighed when you were training him?
I know, because he came downstairs. He had like a black tuxedo on, black pants, black shoes, black socks, and black shirt. And I worked with him on the ball, exercising. I just moved his body around and everything. He looked lean to me. He looked fit. He never showed any sign of any difficulty. And he was the best I've seen him compared to like 15 years ago.
How did you first meet him?
Well, a doctor friend of mine recommended Michael to have me train him because the fact that he heard I was the best, and he felt that Michael would be safe. And then when I met Michael, it was like no more Michael Jackson, no more Lou Ferrigno, it was just Lou and Mike. And then we just hit it off because when he came to my gym, my facility in Santa Monica, it was just very safe, and he was just a regular guy. And I know I'm getting emotional talking about this, but it's just that he was a genuine person because it's just a connection. I can't explain it because a lot of times you have different trainers and you go through the motion, but Michael needed the motivation. And because both of us have similar fathers and similar experiences, his escape was music, my escape was fitness, so it's like joint forces together.
In the end, I mean, what do you think happened to Michael Jackson?
Well, I haven't seen him since the end of May. I've been gone, I've been on a tour doing convention. I was planning to come back to train him a few more times before he left to go on tour. And the last month I don't know because when I saw him, I heard reports like the last month apparently he lost weight, but he looked fine to me. And it's funny today on the internet they're showing pictures of him the night before he died. And it looked fine because the media, they're so skeptical, they're so negative. And you know, the important thing I want to bring out is that when you're training for a tour of someone like him, the stress, the training, the 4 hours a day of training, you have to lose some weight to some degree. The same thing like with Dancing with the Stars, which I'm hoping to do next month.
Did you see any sign of drug use? I mean, there's a lot of reports going around. I've talked to people who were close friends to him who said that he had come to them in past years for prescriptions for medication. Did you see any sign that he was taking medication?
Not at all. He looked fine to me. He had 3 kids at the house. I mean, the guy was great. He was alert. He was eager to train. He didn't take any long breaks. He came downstairs, and the time I spent with him was quality time. And he did everything I told him what to do, as far as like stretching, all the different exercises. And he seemed, he looked fabulous.
Lou Ferrigno, I appreciate your time tonight. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.